All right, hello everybody, and welcome back to these amazing math videos that you all love so much. I know you're all so excited. Miss Leslie's making her video again in the middle of the night. We're going a little bit later tonight. It is 10:30 p.m. I'm a bit tired, so we'll see how these go. Yeah, so let's get to it. Today we're going to be looking at area of non-right triangles. There's two different techniques. We have a sine area formula, and then we have something called Aaron's formula for finding sine. And we're going to talk about when you would use each different one and how to do it, and then some examples. I know you're all so excited. Here we go. Okay, so the first method we're going to look at is the sine area formula. All right, for this method, you have to know at least one angle. And actually, the information that you really need for this one is a little bit more specific than that. But if you have at least one angle, then you can use this technique. But what information you really need that's going to go in the formula is you need a side, an angle, and a side, and it has to be in this order. So the angle has to be in between the two given sides. If you don't have that, but you do at least have one angle, then you have to find a side that the side's next to it. So you might have to use the law of cosines or law of sines to find enough information to get what you need to plug this in, because that's just how the formula is set up. So it's two sides and an angle. So here we go. I'll show you what I mean. So here's our triangle. All right, we'll just stick with the standard ABC. All right, we know this is side A, side B, side C. So the formula using this technique for area looks like this. So area equals, it's 1/2 side A times side B sine of angle C. All right, so you have, this side, this side, and this angle. So see how all three of them are like right there next to each other? We call it like adjacent, right? They're touching each other. So that would be like your area formula, right? You could do it, so like for instance, if you had, maybe you knew angle A, well then you would set it up like this. You could say area 1/2 BC sine of A, right? So then you have BAC, like those, all three of those are together. All right, so that's kind of like the setup for this formula, right? Main thing is that whatever angle you have, you're doing the other two sides. That's basically the whole idea here. So like I said, if you don't have this information, all right, that means you're gonna have to find it. So either using your law of sines or law of cosines to find the information that you need. All right, so let's take a look. Come on. There we go. Let's move this up. I didn't need all that space. Okay. So let's look at this one. All right, so it says find the area of triangle RST. All right, so it doesn't give us a picture. So it's always good to start by drawing your picture. Ooh, that was terrible. Give us a little bit of space here. All right, so we have R, S, and T. Side R is 13, side S is 15, and angle T is 71. Oh, well, this one gave you all the information you did. All the information you needed. I was hoping I was going to give us like a hard one, but it wasn't. I thought it was a hard one when I looked at it. That's okay. We can go over a hard one when we go over your homework. Okay, so we don't need to do anything. We can go right to our formula, because look, we have an angle, and then we have the two sides next to it. So like it's all right here bunched in the corner. All right, so we can just go ahead and plug this right into the equation. So that means the area will be equal to 1/2 15 times 13 times the sine of 71 degrees. All right, and going to our calculator, making sure we are in degree mode, and I am in degree mode. All right, we need to type this in. 1/2 15 times 13 times the sine of 71, enter. And this is going to give me my area equals, it doesn't say to round, I would say round to the nearest tenth. The only time we don't want to round to the nearest tenth is when we're doing angles. We always want to round angles to the nearest whole number. All right, but since this is an area, we want to round it the same as we would a side. So we're going to do this to the nearest tenth. So that's going to give me 92.2 for my area. And that's it. You're done. That's the end of the problem. All right, so not so bad. Like I said, there are going to be harder ones where you're not given the exact information you need. So you would have to use one of our techniques for finding missing sides or angles in order to actually do the area, but we didn't have to do that in this one. It was a super easy one. Okay, next up, we're going to learn another technique. So this is going to help. So we would use this technique if we knew at least one angle. If we didn't know one angle, maybe we just knew all three sides. So we could always use the law of cosines to find an angle and then use this formula, so that's totally fine. You could do that. But there is a formula specifically for knowing just the three sides of a triangle and to get the area without needing to find an angle. And that's called Aaron's formula. So we'll just scroll on down. All right, so like I said here, so this is when you know all three sides. So the only time you would ever want to use this is if you're already given all three sides. If you're not given all three sides, then you would probably want to use the sine formula just because it's generally faster. So if you're going to have to find something anyways, you might as well just use the sine formula that we did above. But to save time, there is this one formula that works if you're given the three sides of a triangle. All right, and this is what it looks like. So again, I'm going to draw a triangle. All right, so A, B, C, side A, side B, side C. All right, and it looks like this. All right, area equals the square root of S times S minus A, S minus B, and S minus C. And you might be wondering, what is S? Because it's not in my picture. S is A plus B plus C divided by 2. All right, so you need to add up all three sides, divide by 2, and then you can use this area formula. So it's not that bad. It's kind of funky because you have to do like 2 pieces because you have to find S and you have to plug it in. But it is faster than, say, like with a problem like this when you're given the 3 sides. It's faster than having to use the law of cosines to find an angle and then plug it into the area formula. So it still is going to save you a little bit of time, but it's definitely wouldn't be like my first choice if I could use the other formula, if that makes sense. Okay, so here's a good example. So we have triangle ABC, ABC. Doesn't matter what they look like. Maybe this one a little fancier. All right, side A is 43, B is 53, and C is 72. All right, so since I'm given all 3 sides, I don't want to do any extra work, so I'm going to use Aaron's formula just for finding the area. All right, so here we go. So first we have to find S. So S equals all 3 sides added up. So 43 plus 53 plus 72 divided by 2. All right, so I don't know what that is. I'm going to go to my calculator. 43 plus, nope, that's the wrong button. 43 plus 53 plus 72 divided by 2. All right, so this is going to be 84. All right, so now I'm just going to plug this into that formula. All right, so I have area equals the square root, it's going to be like a big one, all right, of 84 and then 84 minus 43, 84 minus 53, and 84 minus 72. All right, and then I just plug that whole thing in, and here we go. Let's do it. Da, da, da. Second square root 84. Just be very careful when you're typing this in because it is a lot of stuff that we're typing into our calculator, and generally, oh, I just made a mistake. 53, not 83. All right, and then 84 minus 72. And I just got 1131.9. Yep, there we go. All right, so that is it. That is it. That was a short video. We are going to do a couple problems together in class. So we're going to do a harder one, like the one up top where you aren't given all the information. So we'll do one like that in class together. And then your homework has some word problems. So we're going to go over, we'll probably do one of the word problems together as a class. All right, so I know the video was short, but we'll do 2 problems together instead of just one. Okay, that's it. And do your classwork now. Yay! Okay, I'm gonna stop. I get delirious at nighttime. That's what happens to me. I get really weird. Okay, all right, that's it. Bye.